Hi everyone, I'm Monica. Welcome to Suds and Bees. Today we are going to be making a melt and pour goat's milk soap in the shape of a dog paw. This soap was inspired by Old Red. It's a Blake Shelton's country song. So we're going to be making a jailbird's design. So we're going to start by making the white. So I'm going to go ahead and pour. So we're just trying to get the shape of the paw. It looks like I'm going to need to melt a little bit more for this one. A few more grams. Okay, let me go ahead and melt some more. We're going to spray this with rubbing alcohol to get rid of the bubbles. Okay, so I melted the paws earlier. These are goat milk melt and pour. They have no fragrance. I just wanted to get the shape of it so I can cut them and create the Old Red paw. We're gonna cut these according to the design, and then we're gonna pour in some black melt and pour, and those will have the fragrance. And the fragrance that I'm using today is Bite Me by Nurture Soap. So I wanted to cut these 0.8, and I made sure that I measured this 0.8 inches. And I felt that this cutter is actually the best cutter for this project. So here we go. So as we cut them, I want to put them back in their original space so then I can decide which ones are going to be black. I did buy a new cutter, but I think for this project this is probably the best one. As you can see, I'm already getting confused on which one goes. Just have to put them back to their original position. I'm gonna speed up the video so you guys don't have to watch me do all this. Okay, so from here you can see that I cut them and I put them back in their cavities. Let's do a drop on different. So what I'm going to do is remove every other one. And put it like so. Now note that when we pour the black in here, there will be some cleanup after the soap is done because it's just inevitable. It's going to go in there. It's going to spill over to the other side. I've made these a couple times, but the cleanup is not too bad. Now I didn't want to scent this soap because I don't know, I haven't used this scent on white melt and pour yet, and I didn't want it to discolor it because I really wanted to keep its true white. So I'll go ahead and melt the black and I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. I've melted the clear base, but first I want to grab a toothpick and just scratch. Oh, I guess the tooth is broken. Scratch some of these out so the other color sticks well. Put that to the side. And I've added my charcoal to here. This is just a little bath bomb mold. I saw Koala Soap mixes her colors like that, and I found it to be very easy. So I'm gonna add my fragrance oil to this. I never really mix it with my fragrance oil, but I'm trying to avoid putting too much alcohol in it because I find that sometimes when you add too much alcohol, the charcoal will get all like a weird color on your final product. So all I want to do is just dissolve this guy here. As much as possible. Usually you don't want to do this with oil, but I don't know, somehow when I use charcoal and add too much alcohol, it just gives it like little halos on the color. So hopefully this guy will be a lot better. I'll make sure you guys can see. I'm a little nervous to throw it in right now. Okay, and I'll spray it a little bit. Just get the last of it. Let's hope it mixes. Oh, that came out nice. I think I may want to add a little bit more. But this time I'm going to use alcohol. Swap this out. Put this guy back so you guys can see. Okay, so the black has finally cooled down to 119. So I think we are safe to start pouring. Okay, so I scratched each side with a toothpick to make sure that the layers stick, because I did make this earlier and it's recommended that you don't wait more than 90 minutes. Unfortunately, I had to go to an event. I went to a chili cook-off at the church, which was really nice. I never had gone to one of those before. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pour now. When you pour, because we did take those paws out, you do want to hold on to these firmly as you pour. Some of it will still go through and you will have to do some cleanup. But if you hold it firmly, there'll be even less cleanup. You want to hold that there for a minute. And just keep stirring and stirring the soap on your container, because you do want it to get harder. Thicker. I didn't wait long enough, so I'm just going to hold it here. See, I'm going to have to clean that later. That's okay. And hold that there as we pour. These paws are a little time consuming, but they are so cute once they're all done. And I think they're cute for Valentine. Would Red Midnight be the most romantic song, but I really like that song. And I really like the words. It's happened to me a few times where that's going to be a hot mess to clean up. Okay, as long as we are okay here. Okay, so now we're just going to wait for it to dry and then we'll come back to cut out the heart. Okay, so we're back. The black has solidified, so we're good to go. I cut one heart here because I wanted to weigh it to make sure that I can measure all of them. But I will walk through what the next steps are. So for each paw, we are now going to add the heart. And I have to take them out so that I know that I put the heart in here. So let me move this guy over. Make sure that you can see the paw. And as you can see, some of the stuff still needs to be cleaned up, but I will go ahead and do that later. For now, let's see, where's all my... Okay, so I'm using a cookie cutter for the heart. And what we want to do is put it right in the center. Make sure it's straight. And then go all the way in. Normally when I do these, I don't have to go all the way in because I usually just cut them before I fill in the whole soap. But because these guys are striped, we're going to have to go all the way in. Now don't discard the little hearts because you can always use them for another project that has the same scent or something that goes well with that Bite Me scent. So you grab the paw and you put it back in to the mold. Once we're done cutting the hearts out of all of them, we're going to fill it with red. So I will go ahead and cut all these up and I'll speed up the video throughout this cut. Okay, so now we're going to fill in the heart. Okay, so we melted the red. This is Basic Clear from Wholesale Supply Plus, and I'm using Stained Glass Red Santa from Wholesale Supplies. I'm going to let it cool down until about 1:30. Okay, I'm going to start pouring now because I'm afraid it's going to start getting too thick if I don't. And if it bleeds, then, well, we'll just have a bleeding heart. I'm working a little fast here because, as you can see, it's starting to thicken up already. I want it to be flat. I think I'm going to have to go melt this one's up a little bit more. Hi everyone, sorry my battery died during the last steps of pouring the heart, but I have cleaned out the paws, and as you can see, this is the front side and here's the back side. So I think they turned out pretty cute. So here we have all red. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget